أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
وَالصَّافَّاتِ صَفًّا.
By those who range themselves in close ranks,
فَالزَّاجِرَاتِ زَجْرًا.
and those who repel evil vigorously,
فَالتَّالِيَاتِ ذِكْرًا.
and those who recite the reminder, the Qur'an.
إِنَّ إِلَٰهَكُمْ لَوَاحِدٌ.
Surely, your God is one,
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق.
Lord of the heavens and the earth, and all that is between them, and the Lord of the places from which light spreads forth.
إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب.
We have adorned the lowest heaven with an adornment, the planets,
وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد.
and have guarded it against all rebellious Satans.
لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب.
They cannot listen to anything from the exalted assembly of angels, and they are pelted from every side.
دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب.
Repulsed, and for them is a perpetual punishment.
إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب.
But if any of them snatches away something by stealth, he is pursued by a piercing flame.
فاستفتهم أهم أشد خلقا أم من خلقنا إنا خلقناهم من طين لازب.
So ask them whether it is they who are harder to create, or those others whom we have created. Them we have created of cohesive clay.
بل عجبت ويسخرون.
Nay, thou dost wonder at what they say, and they ridicule what thou sayest.
وَإِذَا ذُكِّرُوا لَا يَذْكُرُونَ.
And when they are admonished, they pay no heed.
وَإِذَا رَأَوْا آيَةً يَسْتَسْخِرُونَ.
And when they see a sign, they mock at it.
وَقَالُوا إِنْ هَذَا سحر مبين.
And they say, this is nothing but plain sorcery.
أَإِذَا مِتْنَا وَكُنَّا تُرَابًا وَعِظَامًا أَإِنَّا لَمَبْعُوثُونَ.
What? When we are dead and have become dust and broken bones, shall we then be raised up again?
أَوَآبَاؤُنَا الْأَوَّلُونَ.
And our forefathers of yore also?
قُلْ نَعَمْ وَأَنْتُمْ دَاخِرُونَ.
Say yea, and you will then be abased.
فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون.
It will be but one stern call, and lo, they will be up and seeing.
وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين.
And they will say, alas for us, this is the day of requital.
هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون.
Allah will say, this is the day of the final decision which you used to deny.
احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون.
The angels will be commanded, assemble those who acted wrongfully, along with their companions, and what they used to worship.
من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم.
Beside Allah, and lead them along the path of hell.
وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون.
And stop them, for they shall be questioned.
ما لكم لا تناصرون.
They will be asked, what is the matter with you, that you help not one another?
بل هم اليوم مستسلمون.
Nay, on that day they will surrender themselves completely.
وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
And some of them will address others, questioning one another.
قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين.
They will say, verily, you used to come to us from the right.
قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين.
The others will answer, nay, you yourselves were not believers.
وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين.
And we had no power over you, but you yourselves were a transgressing people.
فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لذائقون.
Now the word of our Lord has been fulfilled against us, that we must taste the punishment.
فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين.
And we caused you to go astray, for we ourselves had gone astray.
فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون.
Truly, on that day they will all be sharers in the punishment.
إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين.
Surely, thus do we deal with the guilty.
إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا الله يستكبرون.
For when it was said to them, "There is no God but Allah," they behaved arrogantly.
ويقولون أئنا لتاركو آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون.
And said, "Shall we give up our gods for a mad poet?"
بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين.
Nay, he has brought the truth and has testified to the truth of all the messengers.
إنكم لذائق العذاب الأليم.
You shall, surely, taste the painful punishment.
وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
And you will be requited only for what you have wrought.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Save the chosen servants of Allah.
أولئك لهم رزق معلوم.
They will have a known provision.
فواكه وهم مكرمون.
Fruits, and they shall be honored.
في جنات النعيم.
In the gardens of bliss.
على سرر متقابلين.
Seated on thrones facing one another.
يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين.
They will be served around with a cup from a flowing fountain.
بيضاء لذة للشاربين.
Sparkling white, delicious to the drinkers.
لا فيها غول ولا هم
there will be no intoxication, nor will they be exhausted thereby.
وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين.
And with them will be chaste women, with restrained looks and large beautiful eyes,
كأنهن بيض مكنون.
as though they were sheltered eggs.
فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
Then some of them will address the others, questioning one another.
قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين.
A speaker from among them will say, I had an intimate companion,
يقول وإنك لمن المصدقين.
who used to say, Art thou indeed among those who believe the resurrection to be true?
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمدينون.
When we are dead and have become dust and broken bones, shall we indeed be requited?
قال هل أنتم مطلعون.
The speaker will then ask those around him, Will you have a look and find out about him?
فاطلع فراه في سواء الجحيم.
Then he will look himself and see him in the midst of the fire.
قال تالله إن كدت لتردين.
And will say to him, By Allah, thou hast almost caused my ruin.
ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين.
But for the grace of my Lord, I should surely have been of those who are called up before hell.
أفما نحن بميتين.
Tell me, is it not so that we are not going to suffer death again?
إلا موتتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين.
Save our first death, and that we are not to be punished.
إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم.
Surely, this is the supreme triumph.
لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون.
For the like of this, then, let the workers work.
أذلك خير نزلا أم شجرة الزقوم.
Is that better as an entertainment, or the tree of Zakum?
إنا جعلناها فتنة للظالمين.
Verily, we have made it a trial for the wrongdoers.
إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم.
It is a tree that springs forth in the bottom of hell.
طلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين.
The fruit thereof is as though it were the heads of serpents.
فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون.
And they shall eat of it, and fill their bellies therewith.
ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من حميم.
Then will they have in addition to it a mixture of boiling water to drink.
ثم إن مرجعهم لإلى الجحيم.
Then surely their return shall be to hell.
إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين.
They found their fathers erring,
فهم على آثارهم يهرعون.
and they hurried on in their footsteps.
ولقد ضل قبلهم أكثر الأولين.
And most of the ancient peoples had erred before them.
ولقد أرسلنا فيهم منذرين.
And we had sent warners among them.
فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين.
Behold, then, how evil was the end of those who were warned.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Save the chosen servants of Allah.
ولقد نادانا نوح فلنعم المجيبون.
And Noah indeed did cry unto us, and how excellent answerer of prayers are we.
ونجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
And we saved him and his family from the great distress.
وجعلنا ذريته هم الباقين.
And we made his offspring the only survivors.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him a good name among the later generations.
سلام على نوح في العالمين.
Peace be upon Noah among the peoples.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
He was surely one of our believing servants.
ثم أغرقنا الآخرين.
Then we drowned the others.
وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم.
And verily of his party was Abraham,
إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم.
when he came to his Lord with a pure heart.
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون.
When he said to his father and to his people, "What is it that you worship?"
أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون.
A lie, false gods beside Allah, do you desire?
فما ظنكم برب العالمين.
What think ye of the Lord of the worlds?
فنظر نظرة في النجوم.
Then he cast a glance at the stars
فقال إني سقيم.
and said, "I am feeling unwell."
فتولوا عنه مدبرين.
So they went away from him, turning their backs.
فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون.
Then he went quietly to their gods, and addressing them said, "Will you not eat?
ما لكم لا تنطقون.
What is the matter with you, that you speak not?"
فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين.
Then he turned upon them, striking them with the right hand.
فأقبلوا إليه يزفون.
Thereupon the people came towards him hastening.
قال تعبدون ما تنحتون.
He said, "Do you worship that which you yourselves carve out?
والله خلقكم وما تعملون.
Whereas Allah has created you and also your handiwork."
قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم.
They said, "Build for him a structure and cast him into the fire."
فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين.
Thus they designed an evil design against him, but we made them most humiliated.
وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين.
And he said, "I am going to my Lord. He will surely guide me."
رب هب لي من الصالحين.
And he prayed, "My Lord, grant me a righteous son."
فبشرناه بغلام حليم.
So we gave him the glad tidings of a forbearing son.
فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أنكحك فانظر ماذا ترى. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين.
And when he was old enough to run along with him, he said, O my dear son, I have seen in a dream that I offer thee in sacrifice. So consider what thou thinkest of it. He replied, O my father, do as thou art commanded. Thou wilt find me, if Allah please, steadfast in my faith.
فلما أسلما وتله للجبين.
And when they both submitted to the will of God, and Abraham had thrown him down on his forehead,
وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم.
we called to him, O Abraham,
قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
thou hast indeed fulfilled the dream. Thus indeed do we reward those who do good.
إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين.
That surely was a manifest trial.
وفديناه بذبح عظيم.
And we ransomed him with a mighty sacrifice.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him a good name among the succeeding generations.
سلام على إبراهيم.
Peace be upon Abraham.
كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus do we reward those who do good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
Surely he was one of our believing servants.
وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين.
And we gave him the glad tidings of Isaac, a prophet and one of the righteous.
وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين.
And we bestowed blessings on him and on Isaac. And among their progeny are some who do good and others who clearly wrong themselves.
وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَى مُوسَى وَهَارُونَ.
And indeed we bestowed favors on Moses and Aaron.
وَنَجَّيْنَاهُمَا وَقَوْمَهُمَا مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ.
And we saved them both and their people from the great distress.
ونصرناهم فكانوا هم الغالبين.
And we helped them, and it was they who were victorious.
وآتيناهم الكتاب المستبين.
And we gave them the book that made everything clear.
وهديناهم الصراط المستقيم.
And we guided them to the right path.
وتركنا عليهما في الآخرين.
And we left for them a good name among the succeeding generations.
سلام على موسى وهارون.
Peace be on Moses and Aaron.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus, indeed, do we reward those who do good.
إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين.
Surely, they were both among our believing servants.
وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين.
And assuredly, Elias also was one of the messengers.
إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون.
When he said to his people, "Will you not be God-fearing?
أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين.
Do you call on Baal and forsake the best of creators?"
الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين.
Allah, your Lord, and the Lord of your forefathers of old.
فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون.
But they rejected him, and they will surely be brought before God to render an account of their deeds.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Except the chosen servants of Allah.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him a good name among the later generations.
سلام على الياسين.
Peace be on Elias and his people.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
Surely he was one of our believing servants.
وإن لوطا لمن المرسلين.
And assuredly Lot too was one of the messengers.
إذ نجيناه وأهله أجمعين.
When we delivered him and all his family.
إلا عجوزا في الغابرين.
Except an old woman who was among those who stayed behind.
ثم دمرنا الآخرين.
Then we utterly destroyed the others.
وإنكم لتمرون عليهم مصبحين.
And surely you pass by them in the morning.
وبالليل أفلا تعقلون.
And by night, will you not understand?
وإن يونس لمن المرسلين.
And surely Jonah also was one of the messengers.
إذ أبق إلى الفلك المشحون.
When he fled to the laden ship,
فساهم فكان من المدحضين.
and he cast lots with the crew of the ship, and was of the losers.
فالتقمه الحوت وهو مليم.
And the fish swallowed him while he was reproaching himself.
فلولا أنه كان من المسبحين.
And had he not been of those who glorify God,
للبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون.
he would surely have tarried in its belly till the day of resurrection.
فنبذناه بالعراء وهو سقيم.
Then we cast him on a bare tract of land, and he was sick.
وأنبتنا عليه شجرة من يقطين.
And we caused a gourd plant to grow over him.
وأرسلناه إلى 100,000 أو يزيدون.
And we sent him as a messenger to 100,000 people or more.
فآمنوا فمتعناهم إلى حين.
And they all believed, so we permitted them to enjoy life for a long while.
فاستفتهم ألربك البنات ولهم البنون.
Now ask them whether thy Lord has daughters, whereas they have sons.
أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون.
Did we create the angels females while they were witnesses?
ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون.
Now, surely, it is of their fabrications that they say,
ولد الله وإنهم لكاذبون.
Allah has begotten children, and they are certainly liars.
أصطفى البنات على البنين.
Has he chosen daughters in preference to sons?
ما لكم كيف تحكمون.
What is the matter with you? How judge ye?
أفلا تذكرون.
Will you not take heed?
أم لكم سلطان مبين.
Or have you a clear authority?
فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين.
Then produce your book if you are truthful.
وجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت الجنة إنهم لمحضرون.
And they assert a kinship between him and the jinn, while the jinn themselves know well that they will be brought before Allah for judgment.
Subhanallah amma yasifun.
Holy is Allah, and free from what they attribute to him.
Illa ibadallahi al-mukhlasin.
But the chosen servants of Allah do not attribute anything derogatory to him.
فَإِنَّكُمْ وَمَا تَعْبُدُونَ.
Verily, you and what you worship,
مَا أَنْتُمْ عَلَيْهِ بِفَاتِنِينَ.
none of you can mislead anyone against him,
إِلَّا مَنْ هُوَ صَالِ الْجَحِيمِ.
except only him who shall burn in hell.
وَمَا مِنَّا إِلَّا لَهُ مَقَامٌ مَّعْلُومٌ.
They say, there is not one of us, but has a known station.
وَإِنَّا لَنَحْنُ الصَّافُّونَ.
And verily, we are those who stand ranged in rows.
وَإِنَّا لَنَحْنُ الْمُسَبِّحُونَ.
And we, verily, are those who glorify Allah.
وَإِن كَانُوا لَيَقُولُونَ.
And surely the Meccan disbelievers used to say,
لَوْ أَنَّ عِندَنَا ذِكْرًا مِّنَ الْأَوَّلِينَ.
if we had with us a reminder like that of the people of old,
لَكُنَّا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ الْمُخْلَصِينَ.
we would surely have been Allah's chosen servants.
فَكَفَرُوا بِهِ فَسَوْفَ يَعْلَمُونَ.
Yet, when it has come to them, they disbelieve therein, but they will soon come to know.
وَلَقَدْ سَبَقَتْ كَلِمَتُنَا لِعِبَادِنَا الْمُرْسَلِينَ.
And surely, our word has gone forth to our servants, the messengers.
إِنَّهُمْ لَهُمُ الْمَنْصُورُونَ.
That it is, certainly, they who will be helped.
وَإِنَّ جُنْدَنَا لَهُمُ الْغَالِبُونَ.
And that it is, our host, that will certainly be victorious.
فَتَوَلَّ عَنْهُمْ حَتَّى حِينٍ.
So turn thou away from them for a while,
وَأَبْصِرْهُمْ فَسَوْفَ يُبْصِرُونَ.
and watch them, for they will soon see their own end.
أَفَبِعَذَابِنَا يَسْتَعْجِلُونَ.
Is it then our punishment that they seek to hasten on?
فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء صباح المنذرين.
But when it descends into their courtyard, it shall be an evil morning for those who are warned.
وتول عنهم حتى حين.
So turn thou away from them for a while,
وأبصر فسوف يبصرون.
and watch, for they will soon see their own end.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون.
Holy is thy Lord, the Lord of power, far above that which they assert.
وسلام على المرسلين.
And peace is ever upon the messengers.
والحمد لله رب العالمين.
And all praise belongs to Allah, the Lord of the worlds.